Welcome, everyone. This is David Krueger. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new to the channel and don't know me, my name is David Krueger. I am the executive assistant to the president of the Global Information Network. I work closely with Kevin Trudeau, his wife Danielle Trudeau, and I have been in the space of personal development for a number of years. And here on this channel, I am sharing with you everything I have learned, and I am bringing you resources and people to help you see things in a new way, ultimately, so you can help you have your dreams come true. A few weeks ago, I think it was a couple weeks ago now, I put up a video about my fly on the wall experience with Kevin Trudeau. Kevin, for those of you who, few of you who don't know who he is yet, is a generator of billions in sales, a New York Times best-selling author, and the former infomercial king. He is a member of an elite secret society where the secrets of creation are taught. And his dharma in this world is to get this stuff out while he is still alive. And we are the lucky recipients of that. So Kevin is offering a fly on the wall. It is an experience where you come and stay with him in his mansion for 24 hours and you observe him. You observe the habits of success of a high achieving individual. You get to take notes. You are a fly on the wall. He does not talk to you. You literally observe him for 24 hours. And then at the end, you get to ask Kevin questions. It is and has been an eye-opening experience for all of us who have done it. So go back. I'll put a link to my video if you want to go back and look at my observations. Today, we have an old dear friend of mine. Karen Toth is a high-level member of the Kevin's Global Information Network, and she has been a member for a number of years. She has also done a fly on the wall experience and has some really eye-opening observations to share with us. Karen, hello, and thank you for being here.
David, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Have you? Before we start, I would just like you to share with the audience who Karen Toth is. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, how long you've been in the Global Information Network, and the level you've achieved in that before we get started.
Okay, so I work a lot with children with special needs, but to improve their quality of life and to improve the quality of life of their family. Because as the children improve, so do they. Um, and they have, much more joy in their life because I bring more possibilities to what you can do with somebody rather than what you can't do. So it's really kind of it's enlightening, and you see a little bit more spark and joy in the family after they realize that they can do a few more things than maybe they thought. And as we work together with the children actually evolve even more, and we never know what possibilities can come from their life and their being as we evolve, right? Yeah, it is wow. I'm
Yeah,
wowed and amazed every single time.
and that's
And
wonderful.
yeah, and I also work with adults as well. The I joined Gin in 2011, like in February of 2011. I'm sitting at home twiddling my thumbs. My
Mhm.
business was crap. I knew a lot of people, but had no close friends.
Okay.
So then somebody in the business group that I belonged to said, "Oh, would you like to come over to our house to listen to these audios Tuesdays
Okay.
and Thursdays for 2 hours a night?" And I'm like, sure. So I'm over there with another, 11 people in the room, and we're listening to these audios, taking copious notes, and it
Mhm.
was your wish is your command.
Yep.
Because back in the day, it was like on a disc,
Mhm. Yep.
a
Yeah, I mean
bootleg.
that was the magic back then. Just handing out that CD set, and
Yeah,
that physical mass that doesn't exist anymore today. If you want to listen to audios, everything's on iTunes, everything's digital. There's no physical mass to it.
right. So yeah, so I went there, and that was and because I'm in the Toronto area, we had a very large group in Toronto.
Hmm.
And Mary Miller came. And so I was invited only for 4 hours. I couldn't go to the whole seminar because I
Yeah.
wasn't a member. So I got to go for 4 hours, and I really loved Mary's talk and her conversation. And it's like it just resonated. When you feel something that resonates or feels true to you, you just like, you want to be in that company.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you joined in 2011 and been a member ever since. What level have you achieved in the Global Information Network?
I am a level 8 member.
You are a level 8 member, a level 8 director.
Director.
You are
Yes, that's
a
good.
director. And for those of you watching, that is currently the highest level achievable in the training. And it's quite an achievement. It's a lot.
Yes.
Level eight's pretty cosmic. I mean, you start getting up to those higher levels, and it's pretty awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Contextualizes everything. So Karen, I think one could say you are a true blue, committed. You have gone the distance,
I have.
and
Yes. And
you and now you've had a chance to hang out with Kevin for 24 hours and um, observe some interesting things. So what did you what surprised you about Kevin? Was there anything that had you say this is not what I expected?
okay. My my parents used to, say, do what I do, but not as do as I say, but not as I do.
Mhm.
And what I really liked about Kevin is he does and says and walks and talks everything what he says.
Mhm.
So when he talks about doing the priority manager, he does it,
Mhm.
and he does it all day long.
Mhm.
Like, so that was really very, very profound, using the priority manager.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about that. It's like that's like one of the biggest things. Is the priority manager and how it's so central to how he thinks and how he creates
And the files.
and the files.
The files, right? He has a file for everybody, and it coordinates with the priority manager. Like, everything is so organized and so put together that it's easy to live your life. Like, it's on purpose, it's
Yes,
with deliberate intent.
I
It's
like
like,
that.
yeah, it's like totally awesome. It's like he talks and does everything that he says. So everything is done with a purpose. Even like the whole home is set up in a design that's aesthetically beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I like what you said about deliberate intent and everything on purpose because I think so many of us, and I think so many people watching, live in reactive mode. We're reacting to what happens or trying to figure out what happened. And Kevin sets his whole life up as the director. He told us we're directors of our lives at the end of level 8 training. That's another thing. You become the director, and that's something I'm still learning as best I can. Um, that organization with the priority manager, that deliberate creation. It's a great way to reduce anxiety. Even if you think about that, it literally reduces. It gets you thinking clearly and reduces anxiety. Um, Maybe walk us through. You know, all of us who've done this observation of Kevin and this fly on the wall training are talking about this operating system of his, the files, the the priority manager. What does it look like? Like walk me through like a morning or like an hour, like after breakfast. Or what would it look like watching them?
Well, you go downstairs into Kevin's office, his work area, and you go down, and first thing he pulls out is the priority manager. But he's already had his tasks that he's going to do for today written out. He knows exactly what his A priorities are, and like, he was sitting there typing. So when he had like 5 or 10 or 15 minutes blank, he was typing a project. He would pull out this project and he'd be working on this project. Then he'd set a timer. It was done. He'd put it away, and then he'd go and do the next project, like whether it was making a phone call or somebody was coming over for a meeting. He
Yeah,
would, yeah.
when you organize your time like that, you can a couple of things that you're making me remember that I observed. he declared it in the evening, the first night I was there. He said, tomorrow starts today. And he starts writing down everything for the next day. Then at 9 o'clock in the morning, he opens it up. What do I have written down? And he starts making the calls and the appointments, just like you said. And when he finishes a cycle, I remember him saying, okay, what's a cycle I can start and finish in 2 minutes? And he would like make a phone call, or he would type a letter, or something that would take 10 minutes. And that is like a high level use of your time.
No scrolling on the phone, no
No
waste of
scrolling on the
time.
phone, no wasting, and which is, I don't know what you think, but I think that in of itself is a tremendous amount of discipline.
Very, very much so, because we all become quite addicted
Yeah,
to our little things.
and that is by design. They're meant to
By
be
design, yes.
they,
Yeah.
yeah, they are meant to be addictive and keep us from that kind of focus. And so it's pretty amazing to see that intensity of focus over that kind of time, and how much he can get done in an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
How much?
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Was there anything small or insignificant that turned out to be a big deal or that surprised you? Anything small or innocuous? You're like,
Well, when Danielle came home, it was like, it was like, okay, dinner time. Like, I mean, everything is set up. It's okay. Dinner. Actually, he asked, do you want to go for dinner? Have dinner first or go for a walk?
"Eh,
And of course, pick the right activity for myself, a walk. So yeah.
a walk? Yep,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very considerate, very flexible. Um,
Mhm. Oh, and the
yeah.
piano, the piano.
Did you play the
I
piano?
At dinner, he did not play it. However, he put it on.
Okay.
Because it
Okay.
plays by itself when you put it on, which
Yeah.
sounds way better than like a CD, or
Mhm.
we don't have records anymore.
Yeah. Did that give a nice calming vibe in the room?
It really, yeah, like the whole house felt calming. Like you weren't stressed at all during the
Hmm.
day. There was no stress. It was just calm, action, and intent.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the way it's designed to be. Sometimes when I get stressed out, I wonder if that's just coming from me and my stuff, because even the offices are set up that way. We have them on energetic programs and things like that. And it's actually a very calming place to be. And it's not like Kevin's house. That's the next level. But
Right.
what'd you guys have for dinner?
We had steak and soup.
Nice.
Yeah.
You have better dinner
And
than
and
yeah.
salad. And salad, yes.
Nice. Okay.
And there was like a plethora. Like, I mean, I couldn't even imagine how much food. Like, I mean, there was so much food, snacks everywhere, whatever you wanted, water, like the best water.
Yep. The best water, the fruit, and the organic dark chocolate and snacks that were in your room.
Yeah, like all of it. Like,
Yeah. It's
and
like
then,
it's like
and
it's like you're staying at a
Stuart,
five-star hotel.
yeah,
Yeah.
Stuart loves robes. He loves those robes. So like he just was like in heaven wearing the robe.
Yep. 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 It can. For those of you watching, Stuart is Karen's husband and did his fly on the wall. They were there together and did that. So yes, yeah. So anything did you hear? Speaking of that, I don't have Stuart on this show, but did he share anything? Any observations? Anything that stood out to him?
Well, and the priority manager, and
Okay.
the time that, and just the order, everything that was um that was done in sequence, and
Okay.
how it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
like,
is that's probably one of the most valuable things that I think we can take away. That's what he intends, I think, for us to take away.
yes.
Yeah.
And of course, being who I am, I love looking at a beautiful organized place.
Yeah.
That always makes me feel good and calm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's soothing, isn't it?
Yes.
If you look at the way his desk is set up, it's like,
Mhm.
he's looking out, and all of his files, anything that might distract him is behind him. It's not in
Yeah.
his line. It's not in his line of sight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've definitely established that Kevin's system and way of doing things is the crux of all of this. But I guess another question I might have for you is, what may or may not have surprised you about Kevin as a person, not as like Kevin the teacher or the productivity coach or the guru, but just as a human being. Anything stand out? Anything surprise you? Anything you observe?
Yeah, he's just a typical guy. Like really, but it's like you always I look up to him and it's like I'm a little intimidated type of thing. But he just kind of makes you feel calm,
Yeah.
easy. He specifies that remember you're a fly on the wall.
Hmm.
We're doing something, no laughing, no talking.
Yep. No
So
laughing.
you
No, you're a fly on the wall. But yeah, I know the regular guyness does kind of surprise you. I mean, runs these multi-million dollar businesses, and then he just kind of can hang out in his sweats and watch football and, be totally relaxed and chill. And yeah, yeah.
and you got to hang out with him like you lived with him for
I lived with him. I know. And I remember when he invited the staff, all of us to also do it. He wanted us to do a fly on the wall training, myself, Danielle, all of us. And I remember thinking, okay, well, what are we going to learn? Don't we already know it all? And not at all. I mean, when I wasn't, and I said this to him, when I wasn't holding out my own priority manager, getting ready to answer questions and like be working with him, because when you're doing that, you kind of get in your own head. You're not necessarily observing as much as you should everything around you. But for me, the contrast doing that fly on the wall was I got to just sit there and be invisible and just stare at him in a way that would be weird if you were, like in a business meeting or, it's like, no, we're supposed to be sitting here observing him. And so it gave me permission to just kind of be there and and I had never done it like that. I was always interacting in the situation. I was talking, I was working, I was thinking about what I needed to do and what I needed to say. And so there was a certain clarity that I got from that was special.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I like, I had talked to other people that were there and everybody said he moves so fast. I'm like, okay, I'll just, so I was prepared to be fast moving, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found kind of magical was doing the research beforehand. I decided I was going to take it very seriously. And so I printed up and made a file of all of the people who had done fly on the wall observations and write ups prior. And so I was like, wow, I was already in that mind space. And so a lot of things didn't surprise me just because I had been going through that. It was more like just drilling it down and really kind of looking at it at a deeper level.
Yes, yes. And me as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Def
Yeah.
Definitely talking to people. It's like, oh, I just did my fly in the wall. And it's like, oh, what did you do? What did you
Yeah.
observe?
Yeah. 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 Here's a question because people ask me this all the time, and so I'm putting this on my list to ask flies on the wall and what your observation was of this. How does Kevin treat people around him, the team, the staff, the people in his orbit? What does that tell you about him?
He treats everybody evenly, equally. Like he just like, he talks about exchange and abundance, but he
Mhm.
also talks about the expanded golden rule.
Mhm. Yes.
Eat, talk, listen, like, all of it as you want.
Just for our viewers, Karen, would you please explain what the expanded golden rule is?
Okay, so you want to talk about others as you want others to talk about you.
Mhm.
You want to think about others as you want others to think about you. You want to see others as you think as you'd like others to think about you. And it goes, yeah, it goes very deep. It's like it's not just talk about it's all of it, even sense others like you would like others to sense about you.
Mm,
He doesn't say that specifically, but you know, I'm female, so I have different
sure,
perception. Yeah.
sure. So you spent 24 hours with Kevin. What did you take home with you? I mean, you must have left that house, with new eyes. So is there anything you started doing differently? Anything that kind of resonated and changed you from that day on?
Working with my priority manager more. Um, and then definitely working to surround myself with more beauty.
Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause for me, that's important.
Okay. Like more beauty
And
in your environment, maybe flowers on the
yes,
table or
yes,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, yeah,
That's a great observation. He does that. He loves to get in nature, loves to surround himself with beauty. For those of you who don't know, his house is full of flowers that he's constantly changing out. Flowers, there's plants everywhere. Um,
mm.
yeah.
And and to take time to play because he has the
Mm,
playroom, right?
yes.
The pool table and so to make sure to take time to play.
Yes. Take time to play. Take time to sharpen the axe, as we say.
Yes,
And let the mind go. Yeah,
yes.
I work on that myself. Um, I guess my last question for you, Karen, for someone who may be watching this, who may never have the opportunity to get 24 hours with Kevin, what's the one thing, the one practice, the one ritual, the one shift in thinking that you would recommend for them that they could, based on your experience watching Kevin, they could apply today?
Allowed to tell what he does in the evening before he
Sure.
goes to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. So before he goes to bed, he blesses, he goes through every room, blesses it and thanks it, and is very grateful and thankful for it.
Mm.
And then he shuts off the light. And he does that from room to room to room. So definitely I've added that to my deal, daily things. Yeah. And
Outstanding.
yeah.
That's a great
And
recommendation. Yes, please add.
and like if you don't like your bank account, you get mad at it first thing in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are
Look,
two things that I've definitely added.
get mad at that bank account. Yeah. And it's sort of first thing in the morning and then thankful and grateful for it before bed.
Yes.
Wow. Well, thank you very much, Karen. This has been, I think, extremely valuable and extremely insightful. Is there anything else you would like to drop for our audience? Anything else you'd like to say? Any other recommendations you might have?
Well, if you haven't read Your Wish is Your Command book or haven't listened to the audios, definitely listen to that. Um,
Absolutely. And we'll put a link in the description.
yes.
Outstanding. Karen Toth, thank you so much for being with me this week. Thank you so much for sharing your observations. I know that people are going to get a great deal out of it. Thank you so much. Everyone watching, more interviews like this coming. Please make sure that you like the video, subscribe, and smash down that notification bell so that YouTube tells you when I put new videos up. With that, we've got more coming soon. I love you. We'll see you soon.